That meeting, you warned of unimaginable escalation if things continue in the direction they're going in the Middle East. What is your message to your allies in Tehran?
Look, Iran is a sovereign country. It takes decisions by itself. And I said in my statement that Iran demonstrated incredible restraint for over 2 months. And as the Iranian ambassador just said, we've been asked, I believe indirectly, by the US not to retaliate or whatever while they were conducting the so-called peace talks on the ceasefire, which never happened. But then, again, I said it in my statement, we have an impression from the statements by our Western colleagues as if the Iranian attack is the beginning, is the start of the whole thing. I mean, it didn't happen in the vacuum. It was preceded by a number of events which still continue, including the recent events in Lebanon and before that and now in Gaza. To be puzzled by what happened is at least not becoming of serious people who are following the political and military events in the Middle East. And we've been warning long time, not just us, but many of my colleagues, that what's happening in the Middle East with the conduct of the Israeli military operation may lead to the wider conflict, to its expansion over the whole Middle East, with the potential spillover even further.
Ambassador, do you think Iran alert did Iran alert Russia?
I don't hear.
Did Iran alert Russia before launching its missile attack?
I have no idea. Again, Iran is a sovereign country. It takes decisions by itself.
There's a media report that says Iran notified Russia before it.
Can you say it again?
Mr. Ambassador.
Double standard here. Every Western country talk about the right of Israel to self-defense,
Yes.
but they deny that right to Iran, Syria.
We see double standards everywhere, and that is one of the examples.
Speaking about sovereign countries and member states, what's your take on the decision by the Israeli government to consider the UN Secretary General a persona non grata, and does the norms of diplomacy and the UN Charter allows them to do such action?
I referred to this in my statement today. I think, again, I will use the word for the second time today, outrageous and arrogant, unbecoming for the UN country member that came to existence because of the UN, in fact. I think that the Council should address the issue and should call on Israel to revoke it.
How worried are you, Ambassador, by the situation? How worried are you?
Just one final question, please.
How worried are you by the situation in the Middle East? You've had decades of experience.
Very simple.
How dangerous is it?
Secretary General today told that he wonders what is left of Resolution 1701. So do you think that Security Council needs a new document on de-escalation between Lebanon and Israel?
We'll have informal consultations right after the meeting, and we'll see what products may be proposed by council members. But unfortunately, whatever considers Middle East, whatever considers addressing Israel, even indirectly, is being blocked all the time by one country, the name of which you perfectly know.
Do you think Israel's actions are trying to influence the U.S. election?
That's a question. That's a question that my intellect cannot conquer. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.